Hail and well met, LARP Nation! Today we're doing 5 tips how not to be a victim of thievery. First tip, don't be a tempting target. Do not have your valuable stuff on display. Have it concealed or disguised like this magical sword. Have your stuff accounted for, like do not have your armor lying around. If you do need to put it somewhere, have it in a safe, secure location. And do not have your money source, where you have it on your person, known. If you need to make a transaction, figure it out ahead of time, then bring the money back to them. Before we begin the other tips, I want to say if you learned anything in this video, leave a thumbs up. If you find it useful, thumbs up. If you find any tips that I probably missed, leave it in the comments. Could, make it to another video. And I also want to leave a LARPer shout out for Davvychappy. He is a quite talented YouTuber. He's primarily a D&D 5th edition YouTuber, but occasionally he releases some LARP related content. Tip 2 of concealment. Make sure you have anything remotely valuable covered it up. Even if it's to, a money pouch around your neck, the best concealment. Right around your neck. Or it's covered up by a sheet, cloth, whatever. When you're not around, have like a layer of camouflage for your valuable stuff. Even if it's in-game or out-of-game, in your vehicle, or not in your vehicle, a layer of concealment can go a long way to make sure you're not a tempting target for a thief. Tip 3. Disguise your stuff. Like this valuable magical sword inside this cloth. It'll be all dramatic when you reveal it. It's hard not to show off when your shield and your sword is so shiny, especially in the light. Tip number 4, don't show off. So it's important that you do not show too much of your assets or let your assets be known, like a magical sword or a unique shield. Those things are hard not to show off at times. You could put a cover over your unique glow-in-the-dark light-up shield, or a unique magical weapon, or just a normal magical weapon. You can always, like in the tips, conceal it, disguise it, and do not be too forward about how much you have. Be vague of how much money you have, how much resources you have. Be humble about it. You'll be shown in a better light if you're humble, like saying, I make enough to get on by, when in actuality you're just making a whole bunch of coin, making it rain. So, try not to show. Tip 5. Know your situation. It's important that you have the stuff you need for a particular situation. For a battle scenario, of course, have the appropriate weapon for the job, have potions, stuff you need. If it's just, a light day or it's rainy or whatever, you don't need, all that stuff you need, like in a battle scenario. So, be very conscious of what you are bringing out there onto the field. So, speaking of that, when you have, special weapons, only bring it when you think you definitely would need it. You can have it on standby, in a safe location, probably in your carriage or whatever. So when you hear, there's a werewolf, you can break out your silver sword. So
when you're just fresh from a venture, bring back a whole bunch of loot. Make sure you drop that loot off with a buddy to a safe location. Maybe your carriage, maybe with some people you know. So chances are, if you're, gallivanting about, that you would not lose it through any situation where you might be compromised. It's important that you be mindful of those scenarios. So if you're traveling with some strangers, have a friend, grab along. If you're learning certain skills that will compromise you, mentally, physically, so important that you very pack light. So only stuff you need. You're not going to bring any magical items, whatnot, if you're going to know you're going to be compromised. So with that being said, be safe, be mindful, and use those tips to your advantage. And remember, our goal is to level up your LARPing experience and stay hydrated.
The curtains LARP.